Hey yo, welcome to another episode of Off the Beaten Path, your new favorite podcast. And today we have King Hooker for the second time. How
The
you doing,
king is
man?
motherfucking
Good to be
back.
back, yes, sir.
The
Thanks for
king
having
has
me up.
the king has returned. How are you?
Good, man. Been chilling, man. Just chilling. How about y'all?
Doing good. I'm drunk. How you doing, Bobby?
Hey man, I'm
Yeah.
loving life. I'm not
Hell
drunk
yeah,
today
man.
because I'm working around the house being responsible and shit.
Hell
Adulting.
yeah, you might need to pull your mic up a little bit because it didn't trigger you.
Hey, just adulting today, taking it
Hey,
easy.
there we
There we
go.
go.
Fuck yeah. So the first time we talked, Hooker, we were like 5 months into quarantine. So that was a big topic. But now we're fucking what 2.5 years into it, whatever. I don't even know anymore.
Oh man. Yeah.
How's the comedy scene been in Florida? A year and a half removed.
It's funny because when I talked to y'all last, it was just coming back a little bit. Still pretty dead. But then I think people quickly discovered Texas and Florida doesn't give a shit. So everybody started moving down there, and comedy came back real quick. Not so much. It's weird to see the music side of things. That's coming back now too, kind of with the local shows, but it took a lot longer. I feel like compared to the comedy
Mm.
scene. Um, but yeah, it's as of right now, it's kicking. It's live and
Hell
kicking.
yeah. And speaking about kicking, how was the tour you did with Bay Street, and then you actually went on your own? Like, how was
Yeah,
that?
that was fun. That was like my first kind of like tour experience in general, besides doing maybe one-off shows out of state every now and then. But a lot of fun. I did get the Bay Street. They got stuck in New York for a few days.
Oh shit.
And yeah, like Turo, the car company, the rental car company, left them stranded, wouldn't reply to their calls, and their car had a battery that, it was like a hybrid battery, so only they
Oh
could replace.
fuck.
Yeah, so it was this whole thing. So a couple of days got canceled, unfortunately, but
Mm.
still a lot of fun. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
So
yeah.
definitely
you
looking
did a
forward.
venue that I want to go to, but I've never been to. Is Smith's Old Bar in Atlanta? How was that?
Yeah, that was interesting. It was funny because me and Bay Street, there was about 10 people in the crowd. It was a really cool place. Um, but also they had an open mic night for the comics at the same bar, just at the other side of the bar because it's a huge place. And so I did both. I did my set with Bay Street, and then I walked over, and there was, I hate to say it, probably a bigger crowd at the open mic. And
Right.
did like 5 minutes over there just working out shit. So, but that was cool.
But see, that just shows you that music makes people feel good, but
Yeah,
comedy it does something different to people because it gives them laughter. Like music, yes, also an escape, but when people go to a comedy show, it's they're they get to escape from all of reality. They get to laugh at shit they didn't think they would be laughing at,
right, right.
you know. And that's no knock to Bay Street. That's no knock to music in itself. That's what it is, especially in these trying times.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Shit's, what are they? Was it called Deltacron now? Is the new like strain they combined the last two or some shit? It's like they really can't come up with another one.
Let's just compare the two
They
that
just
have.
fucking fusion with the yeah.
Hey, Latin's a dead language and it's limited, guys. So give them a break.
Nah, fuck the CDC.
Yeah, man. That's
Fuck yeah, man.
enough.
And since we've also done our last episode, you've actually came out with your own podcast. And what I want to talk about that, Chubby Clouds, is you have Bill Burr, Joey Diaz. If you want to go with UFC, you have Chael Sonnen, like people that
Yeah.
can just sit in front of a mic by themselves.
Yes.
No, I can't do that. Like I do this with
No.
Bobby. Bobby does it with me, and we're
Right.
able, and we have guests.
Yeah.
Like where do you think that comes from? That you can sit in front of a mic and talk shit for 35 minutes and keep it entertaining as you do.
Oh man, it's well, it's hit or miss, but and the first like year of the Chubby Clouds podcast, I put out like 10 episodes, I think. So it was just not consistent. I got episode 13 on Monday. So the first like few weeks of the year, I've been putting them out, and I really have been investing a lot more into it. But I would add to that list, like, you know, freaking Theo Vaughn, Tony Baker, Tim Dillon. Just, it's insane. Yeah, it's definitely a talent to sit down in a room alone, talking to a wall, and pour out entertainment. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. So really, I think I've said it on the podcast too. It's an exercise for me. It's nice to be able to like, all right, let me give myself 30 minutes. That's not a crazy amount of time. It's not an hour, you know. And just for me, just to sit down and, you know, comedian friends have talked to me all the time about doing podcasts with them, which I love. This is my favorite format, is talking to people. But it's a challenge. It's just kind of pushing myself.
You're leaving an extended voicemail.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is.
Yeah. Because like if you're like a storytelling podcast, like you have a format, you might even have a full script, or if like an educational podcast, it's like you got your bullet points. But you come on, you sing us a song, and you just start talking, and I'm like, how the fuck is he still talking for half an hour? Like Nate takes a 5-minute piss. I'm like, why is he pissing so long?
Yeah, because he has to talk to himself. But yeah,
I usually just sit here and like get more faded because I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Well, that you know, that's why the Chubby Clouds.
Yeah, go check out that podcast, Deb.
So where did the name Chubby Clouds come from?
Something I try to say at the end of it is like keeping the clouds chubby and the worries low. And so a good little motto, little saying. I try to keep it a light vibe. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was realizing last night when I was listening to it, one thing that we've never done as a human species is fat shame clouds. Like we want clouds to be chubby.
True, man.
Yeah.
We need that natural environmental response to be able to look at something chubby in the sky and go, that looks like Tom Brady, or whatever the fuck we say. You know? Whatever shape.
Tom Brady, that's amazing.
Fuck yeah. And something else we talked about in our last episode, and I honestly wouldn't have remembered this if I wouldn't have went back and watched it, because we've talked so much shit, you know, on this podcast. That's like, you're gonna forget shit that you talked about. But one of the things that, you know, we talked about in the last episode was the cancel culture thing. Not to get into that, but what do you think? Where do you think the line is drawn? Because Dave Chapelle came out with The Closer, and everyone lost their minds. Let's just go with him for a second. Do you think that he crossed the line in that, and why do you think that people were mad in the first place?
Oh man, well, God, I saw that thing as soon as it came out, because it's like with comedians, it's always like, hey, someone sends you a message. Sometimes it's like, it's fucking out. It's like, all right. It's like almost sneakerheads with shoes. I feel like, you know, you know, get them. But dude, I saw it. That special is still it's a great work of art, in my opinion. First of all, the jokes are great. He is someone who is able to do that. A comedy is about going up to that line, pushing the envelope and dancing around that line, you know? And I feel like that's exactly what he did, where he went up to 70%, 75% transgender based material and jokes. Yeah. If anybody's going to try and do it, it's him. And it's the GOAT. So I thought it was really good. Of course, after it ended, I'm like, oh, he's gonna hear everything about this in the fucking media.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, you know, everybody came out and after him. And I feel like the story at the end with his friend, that was kind of the point he was trying to get across. And that really, that hit anybody. That's the thing. And I think his response was something like, watch the whole special, first of all. And then, you know, if I will choose the time and place, you know, not you.
Right, yeah.
That was cool to see.
Yeah, and I was on both sides of the argument, because I see exactly what he was doing, as far as like, he has a commentary on corporate control, commentary on free speech, commentary on who gets to make the rules and what we can and cannot do, commentary on how blacks are always in second place, even if it's in a marginalized group. It's like we all are getting shit on, but y'all are gonna get shit on more.
Exactly.
But the way the way that he did it is almost as if like the transgender community almost became like collateral damage. So it's like, why the fuck did he go so hard on like trans jokes for like a solid hour?
And I mean that, and he's had, I mean, the past 3 or 4 specials, he's had a section where he does some transgender material, and so it's been something. Yeah, it's something that he, I guess, as a comedian, has really pondered, and it shows that he cares, you know. And it's that's kind of the other side of the argument is, why do you care? Why why talk about it? And it's like, because I think I don't know, that's part of the comedian's job, I guess, still, is just to push that envelope.
And also, something Erica Badu said is, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So I feel like when he made like one little transgender joke, and then that community came for him and wanted to chop his head off, he's a human too. Though he's a goat, he's a human, and he's like, hey, I wasn't doing this to hurt y'all, so now I have to explain myself. And you know, I feel like I love that special. I feel like the only thing that was wrong about it is kind of like what Bobby said, is the whole special was about transgenders, but there's so many points that he made that were valid that I feel like maybe some of it could have gotten lost in translation because it was all transgender based material.
Right, exactly. And it's definitely not his best special, in my opinion. But it is it's a great special. It's fucking awesome. And then the fact that he said he's not going to put one out in a while, it's like, all right, well, shit, going out with a bang. But no, it definitely, I mean, again, personally, when you're looking, it's like, I wouldn't spend that much time into that much kind of material. But it's like, hey, I'm not that comic.
Exactly, and it's his art, and again, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit. Y'all came at me. I wasn't trying to make you, because like Bobby's, we've talked about this, and if I remember correctly, Bobby, his line is like, to cross in comedy is like, oppress, no oppress. It's like, dude, you're a black person. You've been oppressed, and now you're oppressing other people that have been oppressed. My line is, I don't care how many black jokes you say. I think it's fucking hilarious. But as soon as you say the N-word, or if you're talking about Chinese people and you say fucking, you can say, like, you can make jokes about them, chinkai, whatever you want to do. But as soon as you fucking start belittling them in like using slurs, that's where my line is crossed.
Well, I just like to let y'all know, y'all just got demonetized on whatever platform.
Hey, we have not making money yet.
Yeah, we have no ad revenue, so it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say, I didn't know if Manscaped was a sponsor. All right.
Yeah, we're doing our best not to get pre-canceled.
Exactly.
Pre-canceled. I like that. Yeah.
Bluetooth, hit us up.
Yeah.
Trying to get that ad. Fuck yeah, man. What would you say that your line is? In like, what will you push, but what will you not cross?
Oh, that's a really good way. That's a really good question. But it can apply to so many like topics. Like I feel like my counter question would be, give me the topic, and it's like, then
right.
Yeah, and it's really it's context. It's all context. Like, I think the most important thing Chapelle had said was, watch the whole special, context, and everything. And that's the thing. It's as simple as taking out a sentence and putting it in an article can ruin a lot of comedians' lives.
Yeah,
not even just comedians, but public speakers in general. Music that's happened. They take one line out of an entire album and they're like, these people feel this way about this. And it's like, but they don't, though.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And art's always scrutinized. I mean, throughout history, artists have always been on the edge of society, talking about the shit that should be talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. And gosh, now with everything, with just the craziness of the media. I've been trying to stay away from all the news, as of late.
Yeah, I haven't watched news in years. If someone's like, "Hey, did you hear about such and such?" I'm like, Google.
There was a volcano in the ocean.
Yeah. Fuck. I did hear that.
Yeah, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. If my coworkers don't bring it up, I'm like, I don't know about it.
I was told.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. All right, I was just gonna say I was told by a friend. I didn't look it up on. If it's not on Instagram, I'm not gonna see it. Like.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love podcasts, is because it gives people the freedom to give their unbiased opinion. Because I don't know. Like, I just remember living at my grandma's and fucking walking in and fucking Fox 5 is playing, and it's always some fucking horror tale, man. Like 3 people shot in here and blah blah blah, and they're just all trying to fucking get views and shit. They're all fighting for it. But I feel like podcasts, like YouTube, it's infinite. So you find what you want to gravitate toward.
Yeah, YouTube has really kind of stood the test of time. There's been a lot of chapters of different huge social media platforms, and with TikTok and everything, but YouTube is still sticking in there as the main contender. Did you hear that fucking this is a little kind of off topic, but TikTok has surpassed Google?
What?
Oh.
People are using TikTok as a search engine. Yeah.
Oh, dude, what if no one has ever, I think Bobby and I have even had this conversation off air, is no one has ever thought that Google is going to be conquered. Like, Google is a shit. That is where we type in shit. You had Ask Jeeves, you had other shit, but Google. So if TikTok became the new search engine, that would be fucking crazy.
Do I have coworkers getting tax advice from TikTok?
That's a thing. Yeah, people will just. It's not good. Because people just say the most random things on there. Like, my friend came up to me one day and they're like, "Do you know that ice are actually rocks?" I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "Yeah, I heard it on TikTok. Fucking ice are rocks. It's true." And I'm like, "No, let me look into this." And I did, and I researched. And I'm like, "No, glaciers, are a collection of snow particles over time. That's not even rocks. No, it's
not at all. Not at all."
It pissed me off though. I read a bunch of articles for 45 minutes.
Dude, the rabbit holes that the internet creates are amazing.
Yeah. It's wild. To get back on the comedy a little bit, what would you say is the best set that you've ever had, and why do you feel like it's the best set?
Best set. I mean, past couple nights have been good. I'm not gonna lie. I've done my hometown, and they just got a new little club called Laugh Out Lounge. It's right in Central Florida in Winter Haven, and holds about 100 people, and it sold out last night. And those shows have been fucking awesome. There's been a lot of good sets. Best set though, that's tough, man. Ooh, what about y'all? Are y'all still playing out, by the way?
Nah, I think we're dead. But
damn,
I can think to like a couple of the best shows that I've ever played, and it's basically like you said, something that sold out and everyone's vibing to your shit. Like, there's that, the ego that it feeds to you is, there's nothing better than it. You gotta keep that ego in check, but just being on stage and fucking losing yourself, and other people are losing themselves with you, and y'all are connecting, like, there's nothing better than that.
All about the energy. I feel the same is for music as well as comedy. You feed. It's like, you can still, if you're a good artist and you know what you're doing, you can definitely still do well. But if you're feeding off that energy and it's good energy, it's 10 times better. Yeah,
man.
Always.
Yeah. Something I've always heard is like, play in front of 10 people like you would play in front of 10,000. and I've done that. But playing in front of 10 people and losing your shit, but there's only 10 people there, it's cool, and you still get to lose your shit. But if there's 10 or let's say 100 people in that room and they're giving you that energy, there's nothing better than it.
Yeah, no, it's cool sometimes. I think maybe I mentioned it last time, but I would say I did do the improv once where it was like a competition, and this was kind of the fucked up thing about COVID is like I did this competition. It was just 5 minutes, but it was like 300 people in a legit comedy club, and the owner or the guy who books it came up to me afterward and he's like, "Hey man, I don't care if you win this thing or not, you're coming back for a guest spot." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Right. So, 2 weeks later, COVID is when that kicked in. Mm-hmm. So, I'm the guy like 8 months later. Hey, go, you remember me that one time after the show? It doesn't look good. So,
yeah. But it's weird.
Yeah. On that same token, it's like Bay Street, for example, the Old Smith show that had 10 people. He's like, it's not the greatest, but we're in another state. We're in front of people that we don't know in another state. That's still pretty cool at the end of the day, And I'm like, yeah, that's the way to look at it for sure.
Yeah, it's almost like building your market. Like if you ever go back, those 10, if they remember that show, like if you did your job and they all invite 2 people, now you have 30.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it just builds over time.
Wait, 2 times is 20.
Well, no, they all bring 20 people and they come themselves and it's 10.
Oh, okay.
Exponential motherfucker. I'm the math guy here. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I felt out.
And I'm sorry, King. One thing I'm doing that I realize, and I actually wanted to talk about it. Me and my wife, we watch a special, and for the rest of the weekend, I'm fucking hilarious. I never crack wise or crack jokes on this podcast. I'm the dry one. Nate cracks the jokes, but we have a comedian, so I'm like, I'm fucking hilarious today. How annoying is that?
No, it's not. If you're funny, you're funny. I feel like a lot of people are funny. You know what I mean? That's the thing. If you can find a little pocket in the conversation, and people can be funny.
When people find out you're a comic, though, do they try to be funny more often?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I was just maybe an hour ago talking to my roommate, and he works with this guy who's nice. His name is Curtis, but he knows I do comedy. So yes, he will say things all the time like, "Hey, you're at the funeral home still, or people dying to get to you?" And I'm like, "Kill yourself," It's like he's always throwing in the really shitty pun ones, but yeah.
Yeah. I love dad jokes. I'm not a dad. I got vasectomy at 22. But I love dad jokes.
For sure. That's a great YouTube series. Have y'all ever seen that?
I haven't seen the YouTube series, but there's a guy on Instagram that's pretty big, and all he does is dad jokes. He talks to his daughter and his wife, just telling like cheesy dad jokes, one-liners. Okay. Mostly. So it might be the same guy.
Okay, yeah. No, I think it's all deaf that does the. They're like it's like competing dad jokes, and they get points each, and they're sitting across from each other at a table, and they're just
It's kind of like I don't know if you've ever seen it, but kind of like roast battle. Have you ever?
Yeah.
They just sit across from the table and start making fun of each other,
Yeah. They got. I think it's I think that's on all deaf too. They're just
It might be.
Yeah. They had a version of that show. I think they did it like that because of COVID times, but they had like roast. I think it was just called Roast Me, and like a whole classroom, and that was kind of cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite. I could rewatch those all the time because it was like natural. It felt very like that environment,
Right. That's kind of, I think, like if you look at roast battle, which is what you were explaining with the dad jokes, is sitting across from a table from each other. Mm-hmm. That roast battle definitely fucking is a kid to out roast me or whatever. Where it was like the classroom setting, like they definitely ain't gonna say they stole from it. They just fucking evolved from it.
Yeah, that's where it came from. I feel like. Yeah, absolutely.
Is it very similar to like the subreddit Roast Me?
So I don't know Reddit. I don't know what Reddit. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, like on the Reddit, like someone like hold it up and say, "Hey, roast me," and they just fucking.
Oh yes, they go
hard.
in.
They go
yes.
hard. I'm like, oh my god, anonymity is like the worst thing that's ever happened to people.
because there's no flag. There's no like, this is me doing it to you. Like I can go in as hard as I can and have no repercussions.
That's right. Yeah, and the internet's the place to do that, especially Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wonder what these people think about themselves when they go back and read it. Like, you would have to have thick skin sometimes, because I'm like, you invited them to do that.
Yeah, dude, I could not. Like, if I took a screenshot of all three of us right now and said roast us, I would not read the comments.
Oh, I would. If I ever did one of those, I would definitely steal half of the material and use it.
Smart.
There you go.
Because that's what a lot of comedy is, and it goes back to Bobby saying he doesn't like the oppressed to be or oppressed, but a lot of comedy is fucking talking shit about yourself. Like, hey, I fucking have these nasty ass dreads, and dread is something that you don't want to have. And whatever it is, you're just talking, like, that's what a lot of comedy is just making fun of yourself.
Right. Well, that's definitely a good foundation to feel, because you don't want to look at a guy that gets on stage and he's too cocky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll try to do that. I'll try to, do a song or two up front that's kind of self-deprecating. And then you don't have to, like, shit on yourself the whole show.
Right.
But if you kind of like say, hey, I know we're all human. I'm just another chubby human.
Yeah.
And you keep on going. It's familiarizing yourself.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of chubby, man, you've lost a lot of weight, and I didn't realize it
because
I don't really pay attention to like people in that aspect. But you were talking about it on your podcast, and I was like, he's a big guy, but let me go back and look at when we first met him, and you were like down like 65 or 70 pounds.
Yeah, it's like 60. Yeah, I'm like 240 right now, and I was 305 in October of 2020. So it's been a little bit, but I mean, just a slow but good process.
Hell yeah, man! How's it feel?
Good. I can tie my shoes. I can see my dick. Great.
Let me ask you this. Haven't seen you in a couple of years.
Dude, what I love about the dick fat though is I've had like a 60-pound swing a couple times, and it does change things for your little man down there. Like, the fat hides him.
Changes the horizon,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: like, on your weight loss journey, like, something I personally hate it pisses me off is people will be like, I'm on my weight loss journey, but don't tell me that I look good now, because that means that you didn't think I looked good before in my other weight. And it's like, bro, it's not offensive. And that's crazy.
No, I think that is crazy. Well, the only thing I'll say is, like, I posted a picture, I think, on Facebook. It was like a weight loss picture, 305 and 240. And I got like 300 plus likes, which is, I get 4 likes on everything I do. I'm like, okay, well, y'all weren't fucking with Chubby Scott, all right? But, yeah, no, otherwise, I completely get where you're coming from. Yeah, it's like, no, take the compliment. It's nice to be able to, I think the best rewarding part of losing weight is seeing a version of yourself you've not seen in a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My homie, he struggled with the same kind of thing in real life. Is he had been fat his whole life, and then he fucking just dropped down like from 220 to 150, and then he put on muscle and it was 180. So he looked good. And he was getting bitches left and right. But at first, his whole other life before that, he wasn't. And that bothered him. It bothered him that females wanted him now, but didn't want him before. So It's kind of like with your likes thing of, oh, I get 4 likes and I posted a fucking video of me pouring my heart out on this song, and I took a lot of time into, but now...
Or podcast, yeah, absolutely.
but now I post a weight loss picture and I get 300 likes. You know, same thing.
Never got 300 likes on anything. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Our last episode, we also talked about hip hop a little bit. We talked about the Chica tattoo you had just got, and we talked about Hobson Nocturnal Rainbows. What hip hop have you been listening to lately?
Oh man, well of course, freaking Cuddy's Man on the Moon 3.
Everybody. I did not like it.
You didn't? Oh, bro.
Oh.
It was, oh, man. I liked it a lot. But also, J. Cole's album was really good, I thought.
I didn't like that either. The off season.
Yeah, man.
Man, maybe I just don't understand it, but those two albums, I'm sorry. I think it's because of my expectations. But anyways, I asked you the question.
Not their best work, not definitely. But what else? Moray. I don't know if you.
Oh, love him, man. That really motherfucker can sing his ass off.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
I've been getting into him recently. Some other guys, some other underground guys here and there too.
You got any name? You got any underground artists that you can think of right now that you've been?
I would say Henderson is one I've been listening to for years. That popped up a little bit on Vine for a short time. One of his songs, and that's how I kind of found him. And we'll go back and forth like all the time. That's because he's like living off of it. You know what I mean? He's surviving, but he's not a giant artist. Like he's not very well known. But his shit's very solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. Henderson, hell yeah.
Henderson with like a I instead of a O, like if you were to spell Henderson.
Oh, got you. Kind of pops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, man. Your most recent track, "Choo Choo Train," dope shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you had your singing chops on it. You went and rapped on it a little bit. But what was interesting was all your shit before that I had heard was parody or like comedy music, but this one's kind of serious.
Little bit, yeah.
Well, at least more serious than King Hooker in the past.
There has been that one. Sometimes, well, I kind of like, dipping in and out of realness because that keeps it funny as well. That makes the punchlines hit more when I say something real and then I, say something funny. So that's the goal always. But that one, and there's one called like Dead Inside that I did not promote at all. I think it dropped, and like it's a really good song. It's really catchy, but that one's kind of dark. And that's King Hooker's song, and it's funny in parts. But yeah, I definitely have let my emotions kind of bleed out sometimes in my music, which I don't think is anything wrong with that.
That's beautiful.
No, that was a fun one to do though. That was about weed smoking and stuff, and didn't again promote it a lot, but it's still got a pretty good response. It's got a few thousand on Spotify, so I'm happy.
Yeah, bro. Coming through this pandemic, I felt that.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was a pandemic song for sure.
It was definitely a pandemic song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if we talked about spirituality or anything on the first time we had you on, but you talked about your spirituality on Chubby Clouds. One thing I like that you said was that you're praying here recently, but you're not religious. So often you'll say to God or whoever it may concern.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? Because I've left religion behind, but I still believe there's also something out there. What it is or who it is or how it interacts, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been praying a little bit recently too. What is the dynamic with you praying but not knowing exactly who you're speaking to?
Oh, it's just, I feel like, I don't know, really investing your heart into what you're saying, I would say. Just like kind of, just moments alone in the car, maybe on the way somewhere, like, hey, whatever's out there, just listen up. I got something, if there is, just let me put it out there in the universe, I suppose.
Mm.
Yeah.
And do you think it's just external, or do you think part of that thing is inside of you?
A bit of both, right? Yeah. I think a little bit of both. Because, you know, it's almost like a placebo at a certain point. You really put yourself or manifest that role. And it's like, the more you do, the more you become that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bobby and I have talked about kind of what you just said is speaking shit into existence. Because you have famous people that say, I kept saying I was going to make it. And I said it every day, even when I didn't believe it. And then I made it. I did what I said I was going to do. But how many thousands of people have done that same thing and didn't make it, you know? So it's like, does it work? Does it not work? But I do feel like if you say something enough, like if speaking shit into existence is real, I feel like you're going to start. I mean, if you say I'm a piece of shit every day, you're going to feel like a piece of shit. If you say I'm a superhero, eventually you're going to feel like a fucking superhero, you know?
And you got to fucking celebrate the small victories too. Like I think about 17-year-old me just wanting to play at the same venue that one of my favorite bands did at the time, you know? And now I just, you know, I think actually just hit 1 million streams total on Spotify and played for 100 people last night. So I think that 17-year-old would be pretty proud, you know? And so you got to definitely celebrate.
And that's something I'm very fascinated about, you saying that. That's not quite maybe inner child, but it's definitely a past you. I feel like a older us, adult us, is more scrutinizing of what success looks like.
That's
but I think
true.
if we go back to like our inner child self, it's like, dude, you're doing exactly what I wanted to do. You're having fun. You're not a dickhead. You're contributing. Right. And just enjoy that. Like, who cares if it's your full-time gig? Who cares if people know who you are? Who cares if people think you're important? But you're having fucking fun.
Yeah, things are more simplistic, and things get clouded along the way, I think, into adulthood, for sure.
Life fucks us, bro.
Yeah. It's a good way to put it,
It's hard to look back at that 17-year-old child that had dreams and aspirations and to think about physically going back there and saying, hey, man, we did this shit. We're here right now, you know?
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, fuck, my car is fucking up. I can't do this. I can't do that. You know?
Right.
We're jaded.
Right.
I asked you earlier, what was your best set? If you're being honest with yourself, how many times or what's the worst time that you've ever bombed?
Oh, yeah, this question too. No, there's some definitely, you know, many. You know, if you're doing stand-up in general, you're trying to get up every night and you're trying to try out your shit. So it's like there's stuff that comes up in your head that you think is funny, but not everybody does, you know. Oh man, I mean, there's too many to choose.
I think comedy is interesting in that way. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But like with music, like Nate and I have traditionally played in like metal or hard rock bands, so we're not going to show up at a hip hop or EDM venue because they're not going to get it. But comedy, you show up at a comedy club or open mic, you have no fucking idea what they enjoy or if they're going to be your audience, and you still have to somehow try to make it work.
Yeah, and I would say in that example, let me give you one of those. Is I went to Tampa, Pegasus Lounge, and this it was an open mic, and it was one of those that went till like 2 a.m. And I walk in, and there's a bunch of rappers. It was a bunch of like, you know, kind of like, you know, just pussy rappers in the way of like, you know, beat up the pussy, eating the pussy, save a little bit of pussy for tomorrow, you know, put it in, like, just all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, but that was everybody. And I'm like, I'm trying to do comedy. I don't know. And I was with a couple friends. I was like, let's just fucking roll out to Tampa. And you know, I'm about to, like, I'm on the list. I'm gonna go up, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. It's not really my crowd. And everybody was drunk. And then the guy comes up to me, the host, he's like, hey, it's going to be a comedian and then you. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's another comedian. Maybe they can possibly break the ice. We'll see. And this woman gets up there and she looks sober as shit. And she grabs the mic and goes, for 20 minutes. No, not an English word came out of her fucking face. She fucking who? And my friends were outside smoking. I'm like, you got to get the fuck in here. This bitch is cooing. And not one. And she's like starting to gesture to people like to get on stage, like just like saying. And this is drunk people are starting to walk on the stage now, going, I don't know what you're saying, and then she gets off, and you're next to the King Hooker.
They go on after that.
Oh my God. And I got up there, did like 3 minutes. This homeless guy walks up to me and he hands me a rose while I'm on stage. And it was like one of those fake roses where it's got like chocolate inside, it like opens up or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Bobby, don't drop that again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
I was about to grab the rose and I'm like, thank you. And then he like takes it back and he kind of nods his head. And then some guy yells at the bar, they're 2 for $6. And I'm like, all right, are you his partner? I'm going to go, and I just, did like 3-4 minutes, got the fuck out of there.
Fuck. Oh, that's man, amazing. That's a horror show.
I would like to talk to her and figure out why she did that. That's performance art genius.
I've never seen this. Yeah. And I've told people, I'm like, have you seen the Cooing woman? And they're like, no. And I'm like, this happened. It's on video somewhere. My friends are on her phone.
So
that's amazing.
Following people can suck. It can suck in that way, or it can suck if they maybe really kill. But something that I didn't realize, but it's really big in the comedian world is, has there ever been someone before you, and it happens in the music world too, but have you ever been after someone that ran the light? They were supposed to do 5 minutes, but ended up doing 15 or 20.
Yeah. I mean, well, usually I feel like currently you run into like hosts that do that. So when you're hosting a show, if the comedians are doing well and you're the in-between guy going, give it up for da-da-da, all right, we're going to keep this thing going, give it up for da, that's what you do. Some hosts will kill the momentum and do 10 shitty minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, and I don't mean to sound pretentious saying that, but sometimes, it's like, hey, keep the show going, or you don't know what you're doing in that aspect. So in that role, you see it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have a role, like you're supposed to perform your job. Your job is to bring on and take off, but keep it
and keep the energy. So in the opposite situation, if the comedians are doing horribly, do a little time. Try to get the room up, and get them laughing right before you introduce the next guy so they can roll into that energy.
Yeah, you're the MC, and what a lot of people don't know what MC is master of ceremonies. Like, you're supposed to fucking keep the energy going or bring the vibe up if it's not there. Don't. You might be a comedian, but don't try to turn into one now. Just fucking keep the people laughing and keep the vibe going, man.
Exactly.
Yep, just facilitating.
Yeah, facilitating. That's a good word. I like that word. Are you familiar with Kill Tony?
Yes, I am. I've had a few friends that have been on there.
Oh, cool.
How do you feel about that format, man? Like, I love it. Like, it's so horrible. It's the worst thing for comedians, but can be the best thing. Like, how do you feel about it?
It's something. I might be going to Texas later this year. I've talked to a couple comedian friends about it. Of course, that's because, I've had a few friends that have been on there and have become regulars.
Yeah.
And are doing very well now and shit like that. It's an open mic. That's what
it is.
It's like that. Yeah. It's you get 5 minutes as opposed to 1. I get why they do it, but it's great. It's a great idea as far as a concept for a podcast. let's do a fucking open mic. And if they're trash, and there is a lot of trash.
Yes.
You see, people play out these scenarios in their head that they thought was funny when they're writing it in their head. But yeah.
But that's what's beautiful is it can be vice versa. Like, let's go with the vice versa and opposite ends of the spectrum. You can have a really funny comedian, but then the shitty interview at the end. Or you can have a really shitty comedian, and then their interview is fucking amazing. And it's like, you have some.
That too. I have thought about that 1 minute, about like what material I would do. I'm like, God, it's got to be the perfect fucking minute, So yeah, just that alone is kind of stressful. It's like, oh man, 60 seconds to get, because that's your first impression. That's most important. But then the interview, you are right. That is a whole aspect itself. Sometimes you have more fun talking to them than the actual material.
Yeah, like a lot of times, because I watch Coach, and like I'm obsessed with it. Honestly, I watch it every Monday, and I'm like, sometimes I forget what the comedy was even about because the interview was so good that I'm like, wait, they did comedy for 1 minute, and I forget that completely because the interview is so fucking interesting.
The Simon Nash was on it recently. I don't know if you saw him. He was on.
I didn't.
Tim Dillon. That was one of the recent episodes with him.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking. I want to say David Chin, Asian comedian friend of mine. He's like a regular now.
Hell yeah.
But hell yeah, yeah. It's a great show. Great format.
It is.
I would love to go through there. Yeah.
Dude, I hope one day I'm fucking watching Kill Tony, and I hope King Hooker pops up on that bitch.
Oh, I'll definitely, if I, because it is just a matter of going. Of course, there's a bunch of fucking comedians. So signing up on a list and seeing if you get picked in that fucking hat. So
that's what sucks.
Right. So it really is a standby kind of thing. But shit, if you get picked, you get picked.
Man, I'm not a comedian, but I couldn't even think of the nerves of being there and then hear Nate Stevens. I was like, fuck, I didn't think I was gonna get picked, and now I have to go on stage.
Yeah.
Like it would be like a fucking sensory overload. I'm like, fuck, I can't handle this.
Yeah. You gotta be willing to also like be in the mindset of, well, shit, hope I get picked, but I'm still here for watching live Tony live. So it's cool. Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yes. Fucking Kill Tony.
Nate and I have talked about like a minute probably being quite difficult because, like you said, you got to pick a really good minute. Like if you do 5 minutes, you can kind of slowly build into the climax. If you have a 10 or 15 minute set, half-hour set, you have to have good material to kill. But even if you have a minute or two that's not great, you're good. With a minute, you don't have a whole lot of time to like suck.
Right. Because you have to like separate usual sets in comedy. I feel like all sets, the first 2 minutes are the most important. That's called like flashing people. And so you want to make sure you hook them in that time. That's your foundation. So when you get down to a minute, it's like first joke has got to be good.
Oh, you got to make sure whatever the fuck you say at first. Seconds.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Horrible, but amazing format. Like 1 minute, it's not enough to do stand-up.
Yeah, it's not. It's good enough to see if you can get a couple punches in there, and if you can write something in general. But I guess. Yeah.
That's the thing is that podcast is set up for people to fail, but you honestly you really get to see who is really fucking amazing because you were set up to fail. You were born black. You were born black in fucking 1829 in the South. Like you're getting into slavery, but you made it out. You made it out. Like that's crazy. Like that's how Kill Tony is. You were made to fail. You had no fucking chance, and you did it.
Dude, that's what yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
That's what that podcast is set up for. It's set up for people to fail, but some people make it through. You got Hans Kim, you got William Montgomery, you got David Lucas.
Yeah, David Lucas is one of my fucking favorites, man.
He's a beast.
Yes. He's a great roaster, too. I love seeing his interaction. I've watched all the compilations of
Hell yeah.
But,
they make, wait, let's just talk on David Lucas for a second. They make no sense sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Like, you look like a gay buddy.
Some shit. Yeah, it's like, huh?
They make no sense.
Yeah. If it's funny in general, it's kind of like you're laughing, but you're also going, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, David Lucas is the shit. I wish I would have let you continue to what you were going to say, but you said you fucked with David Lucas, and I have no clue what you were going to say after that.
No,
But I cut you off.
No, it's all good. I was just gonna say, like, it's weeding out who really wants it as a comedian, because it's pressure. I mean, shit, the comedians going on there, including potentially me one day, is realizing, hey, these guys plus whoever the guest is, which is usually a legendary comedian, are all watching you right now, and all eyes are on you for the 60 seconds. So that is pressure. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you were on Kill Tony and you did your set and he was like, hey, that was good shit, man. Tell me the most craziest or interesting thing about you. What's the story that you would tell? Like a story off the top of your head right now that you're like, this is pretty crazy I went through.
Probably a dead person story.
Oh, dude, yeah, and he's really good about keeping it going. He's like, oh, well, that happened. How did you feel? Did your dick get hard? Like, he's good at fucking keeping it going.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I would definitely talk about that a bit, because it's like the more I don't know, interest, I guess, I can spark, because that's always a good avenue. It's like, hey, I'm a chubby comedian that also works at the funeral home during the day. I take care of the dead, and at night I make the living laugh,
Oh yeah. So
what is that like? Because the only time I've ever been around a body that's not a person is a relative or a friend that I'm mourning. Like, what's it like just being like, oh, I'm going to work today, I'm working with some dead people?
You just, you treat them respectfully,
How do they smell?
Fine. I mean,
fine.
No. Some of them, some of them, the smells are off. That's the worst part, is I've seen everything,
Oh, man.
Every fucking thing. But the smells, that'll still get me.
Man.
Yeah.
And it's a smell that you can't, like, Bobby and I talked about this also on the podcast, is what is that old people smell? Like, we all know what it is, but what makes old people's houses smell that way? And it's a smell you can't explain.
Yeah. Well, that is, I would say that smell just by times 10, I suppose, in certain situations. But that's something, especially like the worst cases that you'll go on. It's like that shit can get stuck in your nose hair. Smell for a couple days, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Man. That's like fucking, you can either, like, 2 things. One is like going to a campfire and fucking when you wash your hair, you fucking smell that fucking smoke, or if you cut the grass and you blow your nose and there's like brown shit, it's because all the dirt and shit. But old people, that sounds horrible. Not old people, but dead people is what I meant to say. Like,
well, those are like, extreme like decomp situations, So those are, that's when it like stays in your nose for a couple days.
So what? Oh, go on.
No. I'm done on that.
I thought Bobby was gonna say something. What's your exact job at the funeral home?
So I work for a third-party company that the funeral home owns, what's called a direct disposer. So they are basically like, you can get direct cremation through a funeral home, but here in Florida it's like $2 to $3 just for no, funeral, no anything like that, just cremation. This company is owned by the funeral home, and they can do it for like $650 as compared to $2 to $3 grand. So I meet with all those families, and I'm licensed in the state of Florida to authorize cremation.
Wait a minute. So the smell you're talking about, is it from the cremation that you're smelling? Burning a body?
No. That is, to be honest, well, more like barbecue. If anything, it's horrible to say, but if there was ever a smell, but sometimes, most of the time, there's not. It's 1650 degrees or whatever.
Oh, that's super hot.
Yeah. But no. I meant the like decomposition situations is when the smell will stay in your nose for a couple days. Yeah.
So with that, like if cremation is gonna happen, do y'all embalm and like keep them looking fresh, or is there a reason to even do that?
No, the only time embalming is required is for public viewing, at least in Florida.
Oh shit! So if they're not being embalmed, like you just have this thing just like turning into mush and like dirt.
Well, refrigeration, I mean, does preserve the body pretty well.
Oh man, I love how casual you say it.
I mean, it's his fucking job.
It's my daily thing, bro.
He's like, no, 32 degrees keeps him pretty good.
No, it's true. That's the argument, right? Because embalming is so expensive, and people have like compared refrigeration just as like, but embalming it's sanitary, I suppose. It's a lot more, it does reduce a lot of the natural things that maybe would happen if you just put someone in the fridge and then put them in a casket. And yeah.
So you had I just saw it. I didn't have this question written down, but I just saw it. You had you got your donut moon tattoos. You got your Chica tattoo. Hey, no, go on to say something so the camera will be on you and show those again.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this is sweet and savory.
Hell yeah. Have you gotten any other tattoos since last time? Oh fuck, I missed a Chica tattoo. It was on me.
I got that one. It's a panda bear playing the ukulele.
You look like a pale person in the sun. We couldn't see that at all.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh shit.
it was the lighting. That's what it was.
Damn. But yeah.
We got the gist. You got a panda bear playing the ukulele. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's the good thing about being like, sunburnt when you open the fridge is that tattoos with color hold real well.
Bro, you're fucking. You can't tan, can you? Like you just get burnt.
Nope. Yep. It's fucking crispy. Just crispy in 10 minutes if I'm like a chubby vampire, dude.
I have 10 more questions, but I'm only gonna ask one. Would you ever get any face tats?
No, but I would do my whole head.
Dude, oh my god.
Kind of like my roommate Bam Bigelow style, or?
Kind of like, I would probably do like a galaxy.
Oh, yeah. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, I was thinking of, a piece or two more on this arm is all I need to finish it. Night sky, and then just going up to, and everything else is a galaxy. A little later down the road, but yeah.
Hell yeah. Have you thought about the galaxy on your head because you want to shave it all off at once? You're like, once I start balding for real, I'm just going to shave it off and tattoo my head?
Yeah, I already got like a little fucking, shit here, so it's like probably by the time I'm 35, I'll definitely be going down that route. Yeah. But there's enough bald white guys in the world. I figure decorate it.
Yeah, fucking Put some. I think before even you came on, Bobby said something about tapestry. I don't even know what tapestry is, but it's what females do. So decorate your head.
Yeah, it's like when you fucking put a rug on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what. Like that's a tapestry.
Yeah, that's a tapestry.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like
put that on your head,
or you can look at it,
or he can put it on his head,
or put it on his head.
Yeah.
Tapestry your head.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. This has been fun.
Hell yeah, it has, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
No, bro, it's Sunday. That's what Sundays are for.
No, they're not. I got drunk last night and I woke up so hungover, and I'm glad I set alarms because I don't think I would have woke up on time. But when I was as hungover as I was, I kept going around the house and I kept making this noise. Because I was so hungover, I was like, I don't like this. I gotta get drunk so I can fucking have a great conversation with King Hooker. So I don't apologize a lot, but apologies that I'm drunk, but I feel like we've had a good time.
How is like your show? I mean, are you still doing music? Even though
No, because that's not my passion. It's more of my hobby. Okay. And I'm trying to work my way into another band. I don't think Dead Blow is really a thing anymore, but and it's no hard feelings. It's just someone had a kid, someone's mom died from cancer. Like there's a lot of shit going on, so it's kind of hard and it's very understandable. So I'm not mad about it, but I do want to plan another. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel like Bobby had a question. I don't know.
No, so since you work with the dead, I think this is a very applicable question to you. If you knew the day that you were going to expire, what would be the last comedy set that you would listen to before you died?
Oh, that's a great question. Wow, damn. That's a mic drop question for sure, dude.
Yeah, just walk off, Bobby.
Yeah, man. God
do damn. The Obama.
Peace out, motherfuckers. I'm out.
Oh my god. Oh, that's really tough, man.
I'm gonna say this. Mine would be Richard Pryor, Sunset Strip.
That's a good one.
That's mine.
I do like that one. It's like I love Pryor and Carlin, but they're not my personal top 5. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking of like guys in my top 5 that I would.
Who would you pick?
Maybe Killing Them Softly, Chapelle. Maybe fucking I don't know, one of Bill Burr's specials.
Mm-hmm.
He's really fucking good.
You can only pick one.
That's really okay. I'm gonna say Bruce. I forget the special, but it's on YouTube.
That motherfucker's so fat.
There's one. He's in a big. Yeah. He's big and he's in a suit. Oh gosh, it's called Live or something. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but,
I
love Bruce.
He's got a tie and that thing back front. It's just like he's machine gunning with fucking jokes. And yeah, that because I would probably laugh the hardest. Yeah.
Man,
love that.
I would love to be laughing while I'm dying.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because this rapper I listen to, NBA Youngboy. I'm sure you've heard of him, Hooker. Bobby probably hasn't. That's why I said this rapper, because Bobby's pop culture and rap references are so far off that he's like, I have no clue what you're talking about. But NBA Youngboy said,
I like Lil Wayne and Eminem.
NBA Youngboy on his new album, he said, "Gangsta, gangsta. That's what I hope. What I'm saying when I'm dying." Or no. Gangsta, gangsta. That's what I hope I'm saying when I'm bleeding out. And it's like, I listen to that and I'm like, bruh, like, stop putting this bad juju on you. But in his head, he wants to be saying gangster as his last words while he's bleeding out. And with you want to, if it was to happen, you knew when you were going to die and you got to listen to one more comedy album, it'd be fucking Bruce. Like, I want to be laughing as I'm dying.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's the perfect person. That comedy special means so much to you that it's like, hey, if I know the day I'm gonna die and God says, hey, you get to listen to one more comedy special, pick which one. That's the one that's gonna make you laugh the most.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, that's a great ass question. That's something to think about. Like, we never think about what our last movie we'll ever see is, or last song we listen to, or special. But yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I watched a documentary recently, and it was on climbing, and the climber passed away. And they were asking him, like, what's his mindset before he does, like, a crazy free solo up this intense mountain that only, like, X number of people have ever done. And he's like, it's just somber, but special. He's like, this could be the last meal I'll ever have, so I want to make sure everything I'm doing right now is meaningful. And it's like, whoa, I don't even think about my meals. Like, I can't tell you what I had for breakfast. I know I'm having ramen for lunch, but
yeah.
No, I get that. I respect it, but wow.
Intense.
Super intense.
Yeah, one of my favorite Lil Wayne lines is, I get big bucks.
That pussy for a real nigga.
Pockets on Bruce.
Oh, yeah, I got big bucks.
My wife didn't grow up with BET, so she's like, who the hell is Bruce? I'm like, we gotta sit down.
He's really fat.
It's time to sit down, taking you to school. So I
got
love
them big pockets. Got them big pockets. Got them big bucks. Pockets on Bruce. Like,
Lil Wayne is one of the best.
His metaphors are so stupid.
With the metaphors, yeah.
Yeah, man. I asked this question. No, I'm sorry, Bobby. I asked this question last podcast, and I think it's gonna be my ending question from now on. Actually, I lied. With Lucretia, I didn't ask this question, but with Shoefinger, I did, and I want it to be my last question from now on. What were you doing 5 years ago, and where do you want King Hooker to be 5 years from now?
Oh shit! Damn. 5 years ago, I was 20.
What were you doing?
Damn, I was at the funeral home still. I wasn't in the position that I'm in now. I was more support staff, so I was like dressing bodies and stuff, and more on the service side of things. But King Hooker was just kind of in its I don't know, building stage, development. And I'd just done maybe one of my first shows as King Hooker at that time. So that's crazy to think about. 5 years. And 5 years from now.
And before.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Before you answer that, 3 years ago, we played together. Like, probably a week removed from itself from right now that we're having this conversation. I got a notification on my phone that I'm recording saying King Hooker.
Damn, that's crazy to think about.
At the Bat Ranch. Yeah,
Bat Ranch. And I just I was there about a month or so ago.
Oh, I'm so jealous that you get to fucking go there or play there.
I'm there again. I think like early February. We're doing like Devin's birthday show, so like Bay Street's playing and all that shit. Yeah.
Hey, give me a kiss. Give Devin a kiss for him.
Hey, hell yeah!
Kiss him on his cheek and say this is from Nate. He gives you a kiss. Because I miss him, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
All right, so 5 years from now, where do you want King Hooker to be?
Man, I'd like to be, the goal has always just been surviving off of it, right? And it's the only avenue I've seen it most attainable, out of all the projects, all the musical endeavors in the past and everything like that. So that'd be number one, just being able to, live and breathe off of what I do and hopefully be out of the funeral industry, to be honest. But yeah, I'd say that number. But maybe some I guess the stars, as far as the sky's the limit.
Yeah, man, shoot for the moon, aim for the stars, however that saying goes. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, if you shoot for the moon, but if you miss, you'll at least land amongst the stars.
Exactly. That's beautiful.
And do you have any final remarks as far as anything you're doing in 2022 or any merch that people can buy to support you? Throw out your Cash App. Motherfuckers, send some dollars to his Cash App.
Yeah, what's that Cash App?
Actually, you heard about that Cash App tax?
Cash App
Wait,
tax?
there's a tax
Fuck
now?
the government, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm serious. Look this shit up. It started January 1st of this year.
Oh.
If you receive over $600 via Cash App, they will tax you.
Hey, I want 599 of you to send King Hooker $1.
Yeah, 599 people send King Hooker $1. Don't go over that.
In that case, $ King Hooker comedy. But no, really, we are working on a merch site, but Spotify, Amazon, you know, music is everywhere on any streaming platform. Type in King Hooker on Google. I do have a lot of shows coming up. Follow me on Instagram for that. Just type in King Hooker there. And a lot more music. Again, banking some songs. I've been in the studio. So very, very, very excited about that.
Hey guys, this shit ain't cheap. Fucking we said 599 just so he didn't get taxed, but the 34 people that are actually gonna listen to this, send that motherfucker $10. Make it $340. He ain't gonna get taxed. Be good. All right, well, Bobby, this has been beautiful. King Hooker, this has been beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on again and blessing us with your presence and your time. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. Bobby, if you don't mind letting these bitches know what to do.
Stay black, motherfuckers.
Don't be whack.